Hey guys, how's it going? So I am going to do another movie vlog. This time I'll put more information. I'll put a title, more of a title than just movie vlog. I talk about the movies. This is the segment where I talk about movies that I saw this week. And first up, I want to talk about movies that are new to me that I saw this week. Some of them. I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna do a couple movies that I've seen out of my Blu-ray collection that I have seen before and that I love, or just like it depends. It's out of my Blu-ray collection. So let me just put these down here. The Blu-rays that I'm reviewing for you guys. Actually, how about this? How about right there? And the movie is first up. The first movie I want to talk about is this movie I saw. It's called Girl Interrupted. It's a 2000 movie directed by James Mangold, stars Winona Ryder and Angelina Jolie and some other people as well. And yeah, this is a movie. This is a movie about a girl that goes into a mental institution for girls after killing herself. She writes in there, and that's the story. And it's a really interesting story. It takes place in the 1960s. It's a very good movie. Yes, that is it. It's a very good movie. Very interesting story. A story that I haven't seen much of, and yeah, it's very, very good. I really liked it, and I thought Winona Ryder was great in it. I thought Angelina Jolie, she was crazy. Oh, she was so hot, but she was crazy as hell. But she did really, really good in this movie, and everybody else did good. That's that movie. It was good. I recommend checking it out. It's not a light film. It's about most of it takes place in a mental institution, but it is a very good movie. So yeah, check that one out. Now, the next one I'm going to talk about is Erin Brockovich, directed by Steven Soderbergh and starring Julia Roberts. This is a great movie. This is a movie about a uneducated woman who becomes a lawyer, and it's really interesting how it is, and I really enjoyed this movie. I really dug it, and I loved it. I thought Julia Roberts did great. I thought the story was really interesting. It was a good lawyer story. I thought her relationship with the kids was great. I thought Albert Finney was great in this movie. I thought Julia Roberts and Albert Finney did great. I thought Steven Soderbergh did a great job directing this movie and directing the actors. Aaron Eckhart did great, and I liked her chemistry. And I liked his chemistry with Julia Roberts. The writing is really good. It's just a great movie. I recommend checking it out. I loved this movie, so yeah, check it out. It was really good. The next movie up is The Rocketeer. Now, this is a Disney movie, a live-action Disney movie that came out in the 90s. And it's a fun movie. It's a really fun movie. It takes place in around the 50s, around that time. The 50s, 40s, 30s, 20s, early America, I should say, and it's a very good movie. I think it takes place. I'm not sure, but it's a very fun movie. It's a lot of fun. It's about this airplane guy. Him and his friend Billy Campbell and Alan Arkin find a jetpack, and then he wants to after stuff happened, he wants to become a superhero, and it's a lot of fun. It's got some fun performances, some funny lines, some really funny lines, and it's a lot of fun. It's got a fun stuff. It's got some cheesy stuff. There's this guy that kind of looks like a Frankenstein. This guy, they even called him Frankenstein. He just kind of looks like Frankenstein. Like I didn't get that, but I liked. I don't know. I liked. But I thought it was fun. I thought two best performances. I liked Alan Arkin in his role. I thought he was great. I thought he was just fun, and he also brought some stuff to the movie. I thought this is one of the best performances I've seen from him. I thought he was really good. Timothy Dalton is just he's having a lot of fun. He just looks like he's having a lot of fun, and yeah, I really really enjoyed him in this movie. All right, so the next movie I'm going to talk about is Captain America. Captain America. No, no, no. Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Now this is this movie came out this year. You know Captain America. You know that this movie came out this year. I saw this movie when it first came out. Loved it. Saw it again at a $3 theater this week. Oh my god, this is so damn good. This is one of the best comic book movies we've got. It's as good. You know what? Might be even better than Avengers. I have to watch Avengers again to make that sure. It's one of the best comic book movies we've got. And yeah, it's a fantastic comic book movie. It's got great action, great acting, great story. It has like a political thriller thing. I thought Chris Evans did great as Captain America. I thought everything was great about it. His chemistry with Black Widow was just great. The action was just like intense, and oh my god, it was awesome. I loved it. Oh my god, it's so good. And it's such a great movie. It's got some great humor in it, and yeah, oh my god, I love this movie. Alright, so check that one out. That's a really good one. And the next movie I saw was The 25th Hour, directed by Spike Lee and written by David Benioff, who is one of the showrunners for Game of Thrones. So I was looking forward to watching this. I liked Inside Man, directed by Spike Lee. I haven't seen other stuff from him, but I really enjoyed that movie. I like Edward Norton a lot, and and I liked the rest of the cast. Like, let's see, you got Brian Cox, you got Rosario Dawson, you got Anna Paquin, you got the late Philip Seymour Hoffman, the late great Philip Seymour Hoffman, rest in peace. And yeah, you got a lot of people in this movie. It's a very good cast. Oh, you also got Barry Pepper from my favorite movie of all time, Battlefield Earth. Yeah, thank you for reminding me. But you know what? This is actually a very great movie. It takes place after 9. It takes place in New York City, like 1 year after 9/11, and it's about this guy who got criminal guy played by Edward Norton who's going to jail for 7 years, and he has one day before he goes to jail, and yeah, that's a story. It's a very good story, very interesting take. I like Spike Lee. He was the perfect guy to direct this movie. This movie's all directed, and this is a great movie. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, it's a really great story, and everybody did great in the acting. The David Benioff did a great job writing this movie, and yeah, not exactly Game of Thrones, no incest or dragons or stuff like that, but and again, George R. R. Martin wrote that, but yeah, yeah, we're not talking about that stuff, but that's a it's really good. I recommend checking it out. All the actors do good. Edward Norton did a great job in the lead. Everybody did great. Rosario Dawson did great. Brian Cox did great. Barry. Why am I saying William Fichtner? Barry Pepper redeemed himself after that pile of crap that was Battlefield Earth. He was so bad in that movie. Yeah, and Philip Seymour Hoffman was fantastic. Oh my god, this is one of his best roles. I loved him in this movie. He was great as this teacher friend of this guy that's going to jail, and I loved everybody's point of view of it. It was very unique, and yeah, it was very unique filmmaking, and yeah, I really enjoyed this whole movie, and it was really good, and yeah, I really recommend it. Okay, so the next movie I'm going to talk about is this movie. You've heard of it, The 40-Year-Old Virgin, starring Steve Carell. This is about a 40-year-old virgin and him play, and yeah, it's got a lot of people like Catherine Keener. Let's see, you got Catherine Keener, you got Seth Rogen, you got Paul Rudd, you got a bunch of, you got some good people. You got Leslie Mann, Elizabeth Banks, and and it's and I heard this movie was really funny. And was it really funny? Yeah, it was very funny. I liked it quite a bit. I laughed quite a bit. I thought everything was funny. I thought the whole concept was funny. I thought the ending was funny. I thought everything was funny. I thought Paul Rudd and Seth Rogen did a great job. I thought they were just great in this movie as the two friends. Steve Carell did a great job. And yeah, it's just really funny. And Catherine Keener did a great job. She's great. I like Catherine Keener a lot. And yeah, I thought everyone did a great job. And Kat Dennings is not in a Thor movie. Yeah, because, last time when she's in a Thor movie, I want to take a hammer to the face. It's a funny movie. I recommend checking it out if you haven't seen it. It's got some funny jokes. Yeah, so the 40-year-old virgin. And the last movie I saw was Enemy, starring Jake Gyllenhaal. It's a new movie that just came out, and did I enjoy this movie? Hell yeah, I love this movie. And at first I got a little confused at the ending, not spoiling anything. So the story, and this, let me just say the story. The story's about Jake Gyllenhaal's character is this kind of depressed history teacher, and then he then he watches a movie, and then he finds out that this one guy in a movie looks exactly like him, and then he tries to find this man, and yeah, that's the story, and it's a very dark, very suspenseful movie with a lot of, you have to think about it. It takes a couple viewings to really get, and look some stuff up online, because it's very interesting. And I saw some analyzations. I saw Chris Stuckman, which is one of my favorite movie YouTubers. He did an analyzation, and I watched that straight up after I watched this movie just to see what the meanings are, and then I'm like, yeah, that's right, yeah. So watch that video and look, and watch the movie. I really recommend it. Jake Gyllenhaal is great in it, and the writing, the directing. It's directed by the same guy that directed Prisoners, Denis Villeneuve. Yeah, Denis Villeneuve. I'm gonna call him that. He's a very good director, and I want to see more. I think he's doing this project with Amy Adams, which is a science project. It's really, really good. It's a really good movie, really good acting, writing, directing. Check Enemy out. It's one of the best movies I've seen this year. I absolutely loved it. I'm gonna give it an A. It's a fantastic movie. See it, and but it's a weird one. Watch it and then look the stuff up after. Yeah, so that's that. I'm almost done here. So I watched 3 movies out of my Blu-ray collection. I got a little bored, and I watched 3 movies in 2 days. So the first movie I watched is you've probably heard of this, Iron Man. This is the first Iron Man that came out in 2008, and I love this movie. This movie's great. This is one of the best comic book movies I've ever seen, and it's a lot of fun. Robert Downey Jr. is great in it. The action's great. I love it. It might be one of my favorite movies. Close to there. It's a fantastic movie. See it. And it's a great movie. If you haven't seen it, what? And and everything's fun. The acting, the story. I like just a man building a costume who you kind of buy into it. Like like you kind of see like how like because he's a genius, and you kind of see. I mean, it's not that can't possibly happen for. Oh, I don't know if it could happen, but if it could happen, I want one. Just one like I want to be in an iron suit and impress the ladies. But I'm fat, so I can't. I probably can't fit in it. But yeah. The next movie I saw is Leon, the Professional, starring. Oh yeah, one more thing. Robert Downey Jr. great in this movie. Okay. Well, I didn't need to say that. So Leon, the Professional, stars John Reno, Gary Oldman, and Natalie Portman. This is a fantastic movie. It's directed by Luc Besson. Luc Besson did a great job directing this movie. This is a great, great movie, and I really, really, really enjoy it. Really enjoy it. It's a very good, unique, and interesting movie. I'm sitting on the wall, but it's a really interesting movie, and yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. So check this one. Check. It's a great movie. Oh, the chemistry between Jean Reno and Natalie Portman is great. Gary Oldman as the villain is great. The story's great. It's all just a great movie, and Gary Oldman's just delightfully over the top, and Jean Reno's great. He's a hitman, but he has a heart. He has a heart. He really does have a heart, and this movie is not just typical. Like, it's kind of a coming of age story in some sense. It's a phenomenal movie. If you haven't seen it, why haven't you? See it. It's really good. Leon the Professional. This is one of my favorite, not just one of my favorite comedies, one of my favorite movies, one of the best experiences I've ever had watching a movie, The Big Lebowski. I love this movie so much. I quote it in everyday life. I love the characters, love what the Coen brothers did, love Jeff Bridges, love the hilarious performances by everybody, love the universe that the Coen brothers kind of created. This movie is freaking... It's incredibly awesome. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's great. It's got a great soundtrack, funny acting. Jeff Bridges is the dude. Hey, man! That's just like your opinion, man. John Turturro's the Jesus. Philip Seymour Hoffman, Julianne Moore. Everyone's just great in it. Steve Buscemi is Donnie. He pissed on the dude's rug. And John Goodman is Walter. You're about to enter a world of pain. 8-year-olds, dude. 8-year-olds. Am I wrong? This is what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass. Sounds like Nicolas Cage. First blood. I love Nicolas Cage. Alright, that's my review. I may have Transformers Age of Extinction. Yeah, no. Alright, that's my review. Like, subscribe, and bye-bye.